Glad you could make it, and I hope you're having a great day. Where I am, the sun is shining. There's a few little white clouds breaking up that boring blue sky. So it's a really nice time outside. But we're going to be inside here for a little bit as we talk about Pages. That's the word processor and layout program that you already own. So this is GoFor Technology, and this is GoFor Lunch number 90. I'm Roger Harmon, your host and founder, and our object here, as always, is to make your technology work for you, and of course that is talking about Pages. So, what is Pages? Pages is a powerful word processor, and it is also a layout program. So not only can you do regular word processing, you can use it to lay out different types of documents. Now, Apple has become aware somehow that there's a lot of people in the Microsoft world, so they have made Pages compatible with Microsoft Word and Excel files. So all those Microsoft files that you created that are sitting there on your computer will open up in Pages. And if you continue to work with people that are using Microsoft programs, you can also write Microsoft Word and Excel files so that they can read them directly in their Microsoft applications. So another nice feature is hang on a second, I've got a late breaking request here. Somebody will talk about this in a moment. Okay, so it works the same as some other Apple apps that you already have on your computer, like Numbers, which is Apple's spreadsheet program, Keynote, which is Apple's presentation program, and altogether they are known as iWorks. So iWorks is the equivalent to Microsoft Office. So in order to do some things beyond word processing, Pages has powerful layout features. They also include some templates to save you time, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can start with a template. So if you want to create a brochure, a book even, or a newsletter, or a report, or a letterhead, those templates are all included in Pages. Plus, out there on the internet, there are lots more templates that you can download and use. So you can take an existing template and customize it, make it your own, and then save that template so you can use it over and over again to do what you need to do. So, again, the big feature of Pages is it's already there in your Mac operating system. It's on your iPhone. It's on your iPad. And if you can't access any of your Apple devices and you can get to a PC that's connected to the internet, you can utilize Pages through iCloud.com. So it is very universal and easy to get to no matter what situation you're in. So a nice feature about Pages is it allows you to collaborate with other people. So another feature is that you can play YouTube and Vimeo videos right inside a Pages document. So if you want to really drive home a point and you have video that will do that for you, you can have that right inside a document and someone can play it when they read your Pages document. very powerful. So there's a lot of support out there for Pages. So you're not on your own when you start to use Pages. So let's look at some support here. We'll go to the Pages user guide for Mac, which is at support.apple.com. You have a search field here so you can look for specific things. And then they have some nice categories here. We were just talking about templates. So there's a lot of information here on your templates. Here's how you can add in your page layout, photos, shapes, tables, and more. So there's more details on that. You can do wrap your text around a shape or a photo, which is nice. Make a very professional looking document. And you can publish your own book if you want to do that in the popular EPUB standard format. So it'll take all your text and your images. You can create a table of contents and make available a book that you could put up for sale. And then this shows you how you would collaborate with other people by inviting them to your document, and they can see the changes that you make and vice versa. So there is even more support here for Pages, and we're not going to do the survey. So you can see here, this is new to Pages for iOS and iPadOS, new to Pages for the Mac, and new to Pages for iCloud. So you have lots of support. You can learn how to fine-tune your setup, mark up your document, publish the book we talked about, and easily navigate through your document. And there's more resources here. These are Apple books that you can download for free. Again, Pages for the Mac, Pages for iPad, Pages for iPhone, and Pages for iCloud. There are even more places that you can get support. Our friend here, YouTube. So we would just go to YouTube and type Pages tutorial. And you can see it pops right up here. So there's a bunch of people that have free tutorials. Here it only takes 12 minutes, according to this person, to learn how to use everything in Pages in 12 minutes. This is one, Tech Talk America, David Cox, that I've referred a lot of people to. And he explains, he has several Pages tutorials. This one is kind of explaining the new features in the 2019 version. And so you can see there's lots of Pages here, first-time users or Apple Pages. So you are not out there by yourself. You got lots of support for Pages, both from Apple support documents and YouTube tutorials. So that's your introduction to Pages. We'll look at your questions here in a moment, but I wanted to let you know that I'm aware that some of you did not get the Gopher Gazette that comes out every Monday morning at 7 o'clock, unless this Monday morning you have a .mac, .icloud, or .me email address. For some reason, everybody, including me, did not get the Gopher Gazette that had an Apple email address. So I've sent an inquiry to Direct Mail, which is the program that we use to send that out to everybody. And we got a report back that said those addresses had a soft bounce, which means they bounced somewhere else besides your inbox. And so I'm guessing that Apple made some kind of a change, and hopefully Direct Mail will compensate for that change, and we'll be back to normal next week. So if you would like to get a copy of the Gopher Gazette for this week, just email me and the email address will be at the end of the program, and we will get that off to you. There's an important message there from the FBI, so you don't want to miss that. Another way that you can be alerted is if you haven't already, subscribe and click on the little bell down below, and you will get an email saying that we are live on YouTube. So that is another way that we can have kind of a little fail-safe. So this program was inspired by one of you who had just paid Microsoft for the Microsoft 365 subscription, and we talked about Pages, so she decided maybe she would like to learn how to do Pages. So this was inspired by her and giving her and you all of these resources so you can jump in and learn Pages and never have to look back and pay Microsoft an annual subscription fee again. And you'll be glad you did. So let's see what we have here as far as our questions. So Leslie Ann has a question here, and she is first. So she's trying to do find and replace in Pages, and so I think as far as working on your docs, I think if you use some of those resources that I put up there from Apple, you will find that. Phil and Phyllis are here. Hello, guys. And here's our Inspirer right here. So she was able to join us. And she wants to know if there is an equivalent to Microsoft Excel. Yes, Numbers. Apple Numbers is the equivalent to Excel. So like Pages, you can read and write Excel files in Apple's Numbers. So that's a very good question, Leslie Ann, and the answer is yes. Pages does operate a little differently on the iPad and iPhone than it does on the Mac, just because, you know, of the touch interface. So there are some differences, but as you saw there, there's lots of resources for those particular devices that will, explain those differences. And Phil got his Gopher Gazette on Monday as always, because Phil probably has a Gmail address, and the Gmail addresses and other non-Apple addresses went through. So we are working on that, so hopefully it doesn't happen next week. So hopefully that will entice you, if you haven't already gotten into Pages, to explore it, to make it your own, and be free from the dark side. So if you don't have any other questions, again, if you want a copy of the Gopher Gazette, just send that to me on the email that you're going to see on the screen coming up right now. And thanks for joining us today.